Hi, I'm Zach Smith from Route 113 Boat Sales, and today we're on the Cobia 320cc. This is an amazing boat from Cobia and one of my favorite ones to drive. Today we're going to take a walk around it, show you all the great features on this boat, and take it for a spin and show you why this is one of the best Cobias built today. From the Transom on the Cobia 320cc. This particular one is powered by twin 350 horsepower Yamahas that cruises this boat comfortably in the 42 to 45 mile an hour range, and we'll see top speeds in the area of 60 miles an hour. So really nice efficient power package on this 320 Cobia. On the front here, you'll notice these are digital electronic steering engines from Yamaha, so this is a joystick and autopilot capable boat. Forward of that, you'll see we have live wells, dual pressurized live wells here on both sides, dual rod holders there, freshwater fill there in the center. We've got cup holders and cleats on the outside there. Behind me here, we have our stern boarding ladder. So this is a 4-step boarding ladder hidden under this cover here. So if you're not using it, you're not standing on a ladder, which is a really nice feature. And then behind me here, we've got a grab handle for boarding. There's one of those pop-up cleats I was talking about. And last but not least over here, we have a freshwater shower. So if you are using this thing swimming at the sandbar, you can get the salt water off of you when you're getting back in the boat. Last thing here, inward closing transom door. This is a really great thing on these, so that way with the door closing inward, if you were to take a wave over the transom, it's going to stop the water from coming to the boat and just roll right back out the back. Whereas if you have an outward closing door, that water will just push the door open and flood your cockpit when you're out on the ocean. As we step down into the cockpit on the Cobia 320cc, the first thing you're going to notice is this giant rear seat. The cool thing with this seat is it folds out of the wall. It's double wide. It's got a flip up backrest, which gives you a much higher back support than a lot of the competition. And the great part about this is when it folds down into the wall, the cushion is protected on the front and the top, so you're not going to damage your cushion while you're out fishing. Behind me here, over in this corner, we have our raw water washdown hookup for a hose right there. And then over in the opposite corner, we have our freshwater washdown with dual USB charger, dual cup holders over there in that corner. And behind me here, we have 2 more rod holders and our double pressurized live wells right there. Really nice, well thought out transom space on the Cobia 320cc. I've said it before and I'll say it again, one of my favorite features on the Cobia boats over 24 feet is their bilge access. So you've got this full width door here that opens up with easy access to your fuel water separators and primer balls. You can see our dual insulated live wells right there. And then you have easy access down here to all your macerators, fresh and raw water pumps. Anything you need to access in the bilge is easy to do so with this giant hatch. I absolutely love it on the Cobia boats. You're never working through a pie plate. It really is just a well thought out, nice feature on the 320cc. As we come up to the back of the leaning post on the 320cc, a couple things to point out here. We've got a flip up lid right here. You've got a cooler underneath of this side, nice deep area here for drinks and stuff like that. And then over on this side, we have a little sink with a pull-out shower right here. That drops back down, that slides back in place, and that shuts back down with a magnet to keep it shut. Below me here, we have pull-out drawer storage right there, and then we've got Plano tackle box storage over on this side with room for 4 Plano boxes. Above me here, we've got 5 rod holders overhead, 2 coming down each of the tower legs, dual spreader lights in the aft, 2 8-inch JL audio speakers right here with courtesy lights. Really nice area on the back here to light up at night and make sure you got good sound in the cockpit of the 320cc. As we move up the port side companionway on the 320cc, a couple things to point out here. We've got 5 rod holders in the covering board right here. Underneath the covering board, we have great rod and gaff storage. And then below my feet here, we have the first of our 4 fish boxes on this boat. So you open this guy up, this is a macerated, directly overboard draining, insulated fish box that is not just this big opening, it even goes further up than that, so you can really fit some nice sized fish in here. That shuts back down and latches, And as we move forward from there, we come to the midship point on the boat. We've got our electrical distribution panel right here. These electrical distribution panels are great, and we do them on most of our Cobia boats. They're mounted in an easy to access place. You've got all your breakers and switch gear right there, so it's easy when you get on the boat in the morning to turn all your stuff on, and you don't have to go down inside the console or inside the bilge. Coming forward to there, we've got another one of those JL Audio 880 speakers. Our fuel fill right here, this boat has a single tank, but it has fuel fills on both sides, which makes fueling a breeze, because if you're filled on this side, you can open the other side up as a vent and you can dump fuel in there as fast as you want. Coming forward to that, you'll notice great grab handles on both sides here, another pop-up cleat right there, and then below me here is our second of the 4 fish boxes. Again, insulated, macerated, directly overboard draining, and it goes further forward there as well, so again, you can fit some nice sized fish in the fish boxes of the Cobia 320. Coming up the starboard side companionway on the 320cc, first and foremost, biggest thing to point out is our side entry door here. So we do this in a 2-piece configuration. You have a lid that flips open like this, and then you've got your actual door right here. So that twists and that flips open and hangs back on a magnet there. So you got easy access for boarding if you're at a floating dock or something like that. And additionally, you've got this great drop-in ladder right here. If you are using this at the sandbar, swimming and whatnot, you can get in and out on this side very easily. That guy flips back shut and latches. Lid flips back over. It also latches. Now you have a secure side of the boat here. Another thing to point out, that's a customer actually pointed out to me, we do our side entry doors a good 10-12 inches above the water line. A lot of companies do it almost right at the water line, which is great for getting in and out of it, but it's not good for when you're running because you get a lot of water that'll push in through that side door. You won't have that issue on this boat. Below me here is our third fish box. Again, macerated, insulated, and directly overboard draining. Also insulated. Shut that back down and latch it. Right here we have our hookup for our battery charger. It's just a 110 plug to try to keep your batteries topped off. Hatch control for our bilge hatch. We'll come back to that in a minute. 4 more rod holders on this side. And as we move forward, another JL Audio 880 speaker. There's that second fuel fill for our single tank on this 320. More grab handles that are easy to hand right here. And then below me here, we have our last fish box in this boat. Again, macerated, insulated, and directly overboard draining for a total of 4 on the 320cc. As we come up to the front side of the leading post on the Cobia 320cc, we've got these 2 great individual rock helm seats. These are sliding seats that move forward and aft. We've got dual flipped out armrests on both sides, on both seats, and a drop down bolster there. Below that, you'll notice we've got flip down footrests on both sides. So if you are sitting here, you're not sitting with your feet swinging like a toddler, you can actually rest them. Additionally here, that flips back up. That flips back up, and then in the center we have dual cup holders here. Again, same sliding LeBrock seat here with dual armrests and bolster. Really nice seating position on the 320cc. Overhead, we've got our 2 JL Audio speakers right there, courtesy lights, and giant rear electronics box here for storage or working on electronics or whatever you have to do on the Cobia 320cc. Just really nice, well thought out area. Additionally, you've got your 2 aft spreader lights there, and then overhead right here, we have another side spreader that lights up the side of the boat at night. Really, really nice feature and rare to see on a boat in this size. Coming around to the helm on the 320cc, up top here, we've got a dedicated home for our Garmin VHF radio right there. Another electronics box access right next to that. Forward here, you'll notice it's giant glass 3-sided enclosure that we're doing on all of our new Cobia models. So this is real glass. You have an outward opening vent and an inward closing vent, so it pulls in tight on that gasket and you don't get leaking or anything like that. Nice glove box storage area up here for phones and such. Double arm windshield wiper to keep that clear. Compass directly in front of your helm position, so you always have that easily in your line of sight. And then below that, we've got dual 8616 Garmins. Inside of here, these are all set up and integrated with the Yamaha information. All your charting, all your depth finder stuff is all right there, easy to access. Dedicated Yamaha gauge. We're one of the few companies that is still doing a dedicated gauge. for your engine information, and I really like having it. Coming over from there, JL Audio Media Master 105 head unit that powers this JL Audio system we have in this boat. And then below that here, we have all of our switch gear. And I want to talk about this for a minute, because this is something that we still do and I really like. These are Carling rocker switches. They've been around forever. They were on the Ark. That's what Moses had on the Ark. They've worked forever and they do not break. That's why we stick with them. You see a lot of companies now going to the push button switches or the digital switching. They just have reliability issues. So we have stuck with these Carling rocker switches this whole time, and they work really well for us. All easy to hand, well laid out, all labeled, so you don't have any guessing. Both of your bilge pumps have lights above them, so you know when they're running. Just really nice switch panel on the 320cc. Far over here on the right side, you'll notice we have a wireless phone charger for your cell phone, 2 cup holders there for drinks. Coming over, Yamaha Helmmaster binnacle here with the single lever control option. Coming over from that, we have our Bennett trim tab controls with indicators, start stop buttons and lanyards right next to that. And last but not least here, we have our windlass control off to the side. Coming back center, Edson steering wheel on a tilt helm. These Edson wheels are phenomenal. They've got a great feel when you're running the boat. And then below me, we have a little storage cubby here, a little glove box there with USB plug-ins. And then last thing here, we have this footrest, which I use a lot when I'm driving just to get a little bit more height, stand up, see a little bit higher out of the boat while I'm running it. Makes for a really comfortable driving position. Coming up to the front side of the console in Cobia 320cc, a couple things to point out. Again, glass windshield with inward closing vents, so it pulls it in tight on this gasket and you don't get a lot of leaking. Big double arm windshield wiper here with windshield washer right there integrated. Overhead, we have 2 more courtesy lights, 2 more JL Audio speakers, and our forward spreader right there. As we come down, nice LeBrock backrest here with this nice hexagonal stitching pattern we've been doing this year. And then below that, we have access to our forward cooler. So you've got an insulated cooler right there, and our bow sunshade is stowed in there right now. Nice laid out front of the console in the 320cc that will provide a lot of protection if you're out in rough weather. Great thing on all Cobia boats, 24 feet and larger. It's true on this too. We have a nice forward opening head door. So a lot of companies, you have to crawl in through a little side door. Not the case on the Cobia. So this door opens up. You've got nice wide steps going down into the head compartment. And then once you're down here, I'm 6 foot tall. I can fully stand up inside here. I've got plenty of headroom overhead. Right here, we have a nice Corian countertop with sink. This is a whole lighted area in here as well. You've got some drawer storage right here, top and bottom. Behind me here, we have a little closet area with some more storage, again, lighted in there. And then below me here, we have access to our forward bilge, holding tank, and windshield washer fluid reservoir. I'm currently sitting on a porcelain vacuum flush head. We've got a toilet paper holder right there next to it. All of our breakers for our switch gear is right there. So if any individual switch goes out, you can come back in here and reset the breaker. And then behind me, behind this little mirror, we have access to our Garmin electronics and our fuse block right there. So if you need to do any troubleshooting or any installs, it makes it really easy. Just a really nice, well thought out area on the Cobia 320cc. As we move up into the bow on the Cobia 320cc, we've got great wraparound seating up here with these nice flip out bow backrests. I've got plenty of leg room, really comfortable cruising position if you're heading out. You've got a grab handle here. You've got rod holders up in the bow. I've got dual cup holders on both sides as well. And additionally, we have dual USB chargers up here in the bow. Also, what I love about this boat, these flip out bow backrests integrate in to the bolster and kind of become a seamless part of this bolster, and you can't really tell they're there. Really nice thing, and just nice attention to detail on this boat that I love. Underneath me here, we have a table that rises out of the floor and an actuator, and it can stop at this level, a cushion level, and become a day bed. There's a filler cushion for this, and this whole bow becomes a nice big day bed if you're spending the day out on the water. Additionally, up here, right back here, we have more access to our forward bilge right there, which is great storage for life jackets and things like of that nature. And as we come forward, we've got our dual pop-up cleats there. We have our pole receptacles for our bow sunshade. And then centered out there, we have our red and green nav light that also pops up. Underneath it here is our windlass anchor locker compartment. So we've got a Lumar free fall windlass with remote control mounted right inside there, and additionally a freshwater wash down so you can get all the mud and stuff off your anchor when you stow it. Thanks for watching our walkthrough on the Cobia 320cc. This is one of our favorite boats from Cobia and certainly one of the most fun boats to drive I've ever driven. Stop by and check it out today at Route 113 Boat Sales. Visit us at route113boatsales.net to see all of our great Cobia listings. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm Zach Smith from Route 113 Boat Sales, and we're going to take this thing for a spin.